got hit by a car, I mean, like, I was on a motor scooter and a car literally hit me, like, dead on.
Be love, be light, be peace, be life, be wrong, alright, be strong, be bold, be black, be gold, be love, be love, be love.
What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Whitney's Corner. If you're new here, welcome back to Whitney's Corner, and my name is Whitney. What's going on? Yeah, so as you guys can see by the title, you probably clicked on it, was like, what is going on old girl's life? What? Huh? Okay, what's going on? So, like, a little back history of what happened to me. I'm laughing because I already know that my good friend Curtis is probably gonna look at this and say, here she goes again. Here she goes again with her what happened. What happened was, but yeah, so basically last year I was in a car accident. And I really couldn't walk for 3 months. And so it's been a long, I won't say long, because my recovery has really been progressive, I would say that. So it hasn't really been a long, like, drawn out process. But I think because I've been like more like mentally prepared and more mentally just on it and being like, all right, let me get to this, let me get this going, let me get that going. And so it just, like, overall, so back to the story. So anyway, so last year I was hit by a car. I was hospitalized for 6 days. I had surgery on my ankle, my tibia, yeah, those two areas. And it left me with, a lot of damage in my leg area, especially my ankle area. My ankle area is still, I would say my ankle area is still kind of, still work in progress. I feel like it will never really be the same, but overall, I would say glory to God. Like, glory to God, because I am blessed. I am really, really, really blessed. When I say that, and I say that because, and not to compare my story to other people, but I've seen people who have had the same kind of surgery and have had other, like, injuries similar to mine, and, they've taken a long time to recover. And so for me, I don't necessarily feel like I'm blessed, because it's been a whole, I would say, like, a year and a half that I've made a lot of progress, so yeah, so for 3 months I couldn't walk, and then finally when I was able to actually put some type of weight on it, I started to go to physical therapy. So I went to physical therapy for about 6 months. I want to say like 6 or 5, like, I would say 5 to 6 months. And I went faithfully, like, every week. I started off going there in my wheelchair, and then after my wheelchair, I started off with a cane, and then I'm lying. I went to the wheelchair, my crutches, and then a cane. Like, legit. I'm gonna try to put, like, some type of footage where you guys could see, like, the progress that I've made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely given, like, girl, you all right? Like, you okay? So yeah, so I went from finally, like, kind of winging myself, well, not me, but, like, my physical therapist winging me off of the cane, because after a while it was like I was gaining a little bit of strength and I was able to, like, kind of, like, walk a little bit. But before getting there, I literally, child, it was more like a mental, like, this whole journey has been more mental than physical, because physically is like your body goes based on, like, how you kind of speak to it. Like, I feel like that's kind of how I looked at my body. My body is operating off of, like, how I'm speaking to it. And so I was just like, all right, girl, let's get it together. Like, and oftentimes, like, my friends and family would ask me, like, how do I feel about the accent? Like, do I get triggered by it? Like, and honestly, I don't. Like, I feel like it was a blessing in a disguise. I know that sounds crazy, but really that's really what it was, because for someone who has struggled with their mental health, and I talk a lot about that on this channel, but someone who has struggled with their mental health over the course of the years, I feel like it was like another opportunity. Like, I could have been dead, like literally, like I could have been dead, like, in that moment of getting hit by a car. I could have been, and when I got hit by a car, I mean, like, I was on a motor scooter and a car literally hit me, like, dead on. So that's what I'm referring to, is like, I could have been dead, like, so yeah, so it was definitely it was more mental for me, and just trying to process, like, girl, like, you got this. And so it doesn't the accident itself doesn't trigger me, because again, I've made a lot of progress over the last year and a half, and so finally getting off of, like, the cane. I feel like the cane lingered on a lot longer than it should have. Well, I can't really say should have, because I feel like everything happened in the perfect timing. But I feel like I was on that device more than any other device, other than my wheelchair. With the cane, it was more like I was able to walk, but after, like, I would carry it with me. But after a while, it was like, if I walk a long distance, baby, it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle. My leg would be like, girl, don't even try it, baby. You're bugging if you think that we're walking any longer than what we're doing right now. So I would take baby steps. Like, if I walk one day, the next day I'll like chill out. And then the next day I'll, like, I'll just kind of, it's repetition. That's the perfect word. Like, I did a lot of reps when it came to really getting this leg together. Going through all that my leg has been through, I can honestly say, like, it's doing so well. It's doing so well, y'all. Like, and I'm saying that with so much, like, happiness, because I could have easily not have had a leg, to be honest. Like, it, like, there's so many different things that could have happened, and to be, like, up and, like, walking like long distance, like, so this year in itself, when I tell y'all, like, this year in itself, I have done two 3K walks, which is, no, it's not 3K, 5K. I've done two 5K walks. When I say 5K, that's roughly about 3 miles, 3.6, I think that's the technical. Now, all y'all runners that's watching, baby, don't even judge me. All right, okay. So I would say that's about 3.6 miles, and so I did that, and that was more like my motivation for this year. Was like, yo, I need this to motivate me and help me to become a better version of myself, and help me to kind of set a goal. Like, it was more like a goal for me to see myself, because prior to my accident, I had done like 4 10K runs, which is about 6 miles. Now, I ain't say I ran all of these miles, but I definitely, participated in this 6 mile journey. And so with the that's the end goal. Like, I really do want to get back to that space and that kind of, like, movement. And so having to go through, my setting my goals up to do the 5K helped me a lot to stay focused. And so, after a while, I was able to, like, go to the gym. Like, I was doing the elliptical. Like, at first I was not running or jogging on the treadmill. But I would use the elliptical, and I would do, like, a few machines here and there. And then the summer came, and I was like, all right, ain't nobody finna be in nobody's gym. I'm outside. But when I was outside, I was like, I would do, like, a half job. Like, it was giving you a half job. So I was just like, all right, you obviously is not being consistent as if you were at the gym. And so I wind up, in August, I wind up getting back into the gym, and I've made a lot of progress. Like, I've been able to jog on the treadmill. I have been able to do like jumping jacks. Like, the other day I was able to like run up steps. Like, baby, when I tell y'all, it's giving like you popping. Like, it was definitely giving you popping. Like, and I say that with not like not me being arrogant, but like, yo, it's been a journey, y'all. Like, like anybody that has had a leg injury or any type of injury, that the recovery time it could be a lot. It could be a lot, and to again go back to like it being like more mental than anything. And throughout this whole journey, I just kept saying like, Whitney, like, get up and do it. Whitney, get up and do it. Get up and do it. And so that's why I've been, and I'm seeing the progress. So, life after a car accident, I've been blessed. And I keep saying that because I really have been blessed. And I'm grateful that where I'm at in this journey, there's still, a little bit more to do. I would say my leg is at like 50% because when let me tell you how your body be trying to treat you dirt. It treats you like dirt sometimes, because it took me literally 3 weeks to lose muscle mass in my leg that was injured, child. I seen it. It started like my legs, like, because I used to work out and be active a lot. I had like fairly toned like thighs. Like, I had fairly toned thighs. Baby, I stopped walking on this leg for 3 weeks and it started getting flat on me. I was like, wow, like, you could tell the difference. Even still now, you could tell the difference from, and you can't see it physically, but like if you was to like kind of like touch both legs, you could see like one has more mass than the other one. And so I was like, wow, like, this is what we giving like body, like. And so it's taken me almost a year and a half before my leg actually builds the muscle back up. Like, what? Like, that's how your body do you. But overall, I'm slowly getting there. I have created another video about the accident. I'm gonna put it up somewhere on the screen, so you guys can watch the other video. But I won't go more and more depth into like what actually happened. But you guys can watch that. It's an older version, an older video from like when I like basically I was still in a wheelchair when I recorded that video. So I'm definitely going to put that on the screen. But overall, you guys, your girl is out here. We getting it, and I feel good. Like, I feel really good about this journey, and I look forward to, my next goal is to really get this muscle mass back together. I don't even know if it will ever really be back to like 100%, but even if I get it to 90%, like, I'm okay with that. But that all comes into like doing repetition and like staying like committed to the gym, staying committed to walking, staying committed to being active, like, and so that's why I've been, and that's what we doing. And y'all keep rooting for me, because baby, I root for you, you root for me. That's what we doing. I see y'all in the next video. Peace.